We haven't gotten any sleep for over 24 hours now. It's been raining for over 12 hours throughout the whole night, and it was freezing cold, so we just decided to bike through it.
This is our life. Alright, so it's like day 5 in Germany now, and we're still following the Rhine River. We're following the same path that we've been following since Netherlands. I mean, not exactly the same path, but generally we're following the same signs that we've been following. And we would definitely advise people to ride bikes in Germany. It's probably the best country to ride bikes in. We just wanted to talk about camping and like how it's been going for us, because we've been using the Lawson hammock that we talked about in our first video. It's been doing really well. It's definitely the best 2-person hammock. I mean, it's not made to be 2-person, but we fit the maximum weight, which is 250 pounds. So I guess you could say that it's for 2 people if you're under that weight.
And honestly, with one person, it is uneven, but when you have 2 people in it, it flattens out and actually works really good.
With the Netherlands, Belgium, and we've seen a lot in Germany, because Germany has a lot more forests and like public parks. There is no park rangers, no fees like the United States has. You just go in to trails that, there's like multiple trails leading into the parks, and you can just camp in there, like no issue. We've even seen like people park their cars like on the trails, like camping there.
Even right off the bike path that we're following, there'll be cars at night just sitting parked off the side of the bike path. And the forests here are getting a lot more open. At first, there wasn't really any forest on the path that we're following, but as we get south, they're starting to open up a lot more, and camping is getting really easy. Also, the weather, it's not as rainy, and it's getting a lot sunnier, which we love a lot.
Yeah,
and we hope it stays
hot.
that way. Even at night, it's not that cold anymore, which is really good.
Yeah.
So it just keeps getting better and better as we're going down now.
Probably my favorite country now. I mean, I can't have a favorite. They're all so different and amazing, and the people are just so different here. It's a lot more culture. But that doesn't mean that they are open and nice. They still give us looks and stuff, but we don't mind it. We just smile and just give them positive energy, I guess, and just, I don't know, don't let it affect us. Pretty amazing. So we're about to take a video explaining what has happened in the past 2 days and why we haven't been biking, but I decided to fall down this big hill.
There's a plant you should watch out for here. It's called the stinging nettle.
Yeah, it stings all over it, all over my body right now. But when we first came here, we got stung by it a bunch when we were like going into the woods and stuff, and we thought it was something poisonous because our skin like breaks out from it. But we actually met a German that said that people run into them on purpose because it prevents a disease. Do you remember the disease?
I can't remember the name of it, but it doesn't actually, it has needles on it, but the needles don't stick you. Just when they break, it releases a liquid or a fluid.
It feels like bee stings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely worth it. I guess over time, so I don't get that, but. So my bike tire popped and we just had to hang out in this town because on Sunday nothing is open in Germany. No grocery stores. There's a few restaurants that stay open, but that's it. So we had to wait to get it repaired till Monday, and this was Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday morning. So we camped out that night, and then his mom gracefully gave us a hotel, which we were so happy about. And it turned out that the hotel owner drove us, and he was so nice and just so smart, and he was just talking to us about the United States and everything.
He doesn't really like what's happening in the United States, like most people. He doesn't like the president or anything that's happening with them.
It turned out good because we met a really cool German, and we experienced this town more. We found a cherry tree. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's been happening with us. So we're back to biking and traveling. Hopefully nothing stops us again. The day after my front tire popped, my back tire decided to pop too. So we had to go get that fixed, and that was yesterday.
Luckily, we were really close to a bike shop.
Yeah, really, really close, like probably a 5-minute walk. It's getting really hot here. We enjoy it a lot. It's a lot better than the cold, but it's different.
Have to get used to the hot again.
Something that we wanted to talk about that is we see a lot here in Germany is this sign. We've been seeing it everywhere, and we asked one of the Germans here what it was, and I guess Germany has really strong roots of protest. Probably 3 out of 10 houses have a sign up saying something against nuclear power. So that just shows that most of the people here are aware of the problems around them and try to take a stand.
Another thing that the same person told us is that they believe that the reason our education system is so shitty, I guess you could say, is because they don't want us to be smart or to learn, so that it's easier to control.
Yeah.
And which, hearing that from someone in a different country makes us feel better about it, because it just shows that other people in the world have the same view as us.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to hear him say that. Education should be something that you could actually use every day.
It's just amazing to see the difference. It's not perfect here. We're never going to say it's perfect anywhere because there's a lot of issues here that we're seeing too, but it is nothing compared to what we came from. Everyone here is like smiling and saying hi.
As we head south out of the cold, people get happier. So.
We have like this assumption that the cold makes you grumpy, and it seems to be true.
The only exception is Belgium. They're just super happy there, even with the cold.
Yeah, I don't know. They were so extremely happy. I think it's because they have more freedom.
Everyone should come here to experience it. And not just here, but anywhere in the world. Just get out of your safe place and go experience something different and get a new perspective and you'll end up loving it and you'll never want to stop.
There's this quote, and I don't know the exact words, but it puts in play like what we're doing now and like people questioning what we're doing and how safe it is. A boat is safe on shore, but that's not what it's made to do. And that's so true because you're safe at home, but you're made to travel. Don't be the ship that stays on shore, because you're not made to do that. Go experience. If you get inspired enough to travel, like send us your YouTube accounts. Like we love to see people traveling and other travelers, especially doing it minimal, because if you're staying in a hotel or you're doing it with lots of money, it's not the same experience at all. It's almost like staying at home.
Point of this is to get out of your comfort zone, not to leave your comfort zone and to pay for a different comfort zone.
Yeah. So we saw a bunch of sunflowers on the side of the road just growing naturally, and we decided to take one that was already wilting and dying off and see how sunflower seeds are made from sunflowers. You just go like this and it takes off the top part of the seeds, and here is the sunflower seeds, and the part that you usually eat is inside, so like that. So there's your sunflower seed, and you have to just dry them out and then you can eat them.
Nice to have you over, guys. Welcome to our beautiful Karlsruhe.
Thank you for having us here.
Yeah.
My pleasure. Sure.
So, one thing that we've heard from a few people in Germany is that higher education is free. Is that true?
Yeah, it's pretty much free. Yeah. There are some fees that you have to pay, but more or less it's just the cost of living and your daily expenses, the rent you pay, and the food. And there are considerations to have fees for higher education in Germany as well, but comparatively they are very low. I think it's a couple of €100 per semester, which means half a year. So yeah, I think fair enough.
Yeah.
It's not really
That's really good. Is there a big gap in the differences between the universities here?
There is, of course, universities that are well known for a certain subject, a certain field of research. But overall, there's not like you have these elite universities and then you have very poor ones. It's a much more equal distribution of good universities over all the universities in Germany. So you have, for example, Karlsruhe is very famous for the technical parts. So many people come here to study IT, all different kinds of technical professions. And while, for example, Heidelberg, which is just half an hour from here, it's very famous for natural and social sciences. So there is not a very big gap, I would say, in the quality of education. which is a great advantage.
Yeah. Growing up in Austria, what made you want to move to Germany?
I've kind of liked Germany, living in Germany better than living in Austria, even though I think Austria, in terms of the natural environment, it's really hard to top. It's a super, super nice country.
Yeah.
But socially, I find Germany is more mundane. It's more open. It's more intimate. You get a better mix of cultures. I have to exclude cities like Vienna then in my judgment about Austria, because Vienna is a super nice, very multicultural city. But overall, I think I like living in Germany because society is more open, more oriented towards the world and not so much self-focused.
So you accepted us into your home through couchsurfing, and what made you want to partake in this community and host people from across the world?
I've been hosted so many times in my life by so many people from all over the world. I'm in the lucky position that when I go to many, many places, I've got friends to stay with, which is a different thing than couchsurfing, but it kind of, for me, it just made me appreciate so much to be hosted, to have this feeling of having a home away from home. And yeah, I like to connect to people from all over the world and stay connected here in my little Karlsruhe when I'm not on the road. And yeah, so I've been on couchsurfing for a couple of years now. I like to receive nice people and make them feel home, welcome, and yeah, just get them connected to the life here in Germany. Yes, even though I'm not German, I'm probably not representative of Germany as such. It's just a pleasure to have you around.
So as a traveler that's been to many places around the world, what advice could you give other travelers?
Well, I would say just dive in, really dive in, be open, be interested, don't take anything you consider normal as granted, because you'd be surprised on how different the views are in different cultures. So learn to take the viewpoint of the person you are meeting, because it might open your eyes to the beauties of the world a lot more than you already have.
Really good.
Thank you for letting us interview you.
You're welcome.
And it was a pleasure meeting you.